Hey everyone, Rebecca Martin with Rebecca Martin Coaching here, teaching you transformational public speaking skills for your workplace and also for your life. So today I'm going to be covering the topic of how to smile while you speak. Now, this seems kind of like a basic or obvious, but often when I'm working with clients, this comes up. More often than not, I'm saying, you need to give a smile. You need to bring some warmth while you're communicating this positive thing or maybe this challenging message. And for many of my folks who are, usually kind of intellectual, heady, analytical, when they go into speaking and communicating their content, they really kind of go into their brain, they go into their mind, and they're not thinking about, okay, how can I connect with my audience while I'm communicating my content? So there is the need to get them from out of their kind of intellectualizing and their brain, out of their mind, and bring them into the smile that ultimately connects them and their content with their audience. So this can be a very effective technique to help you to engage your audience, to help you to make connection with your audience, and also to help remind you that what you're saying is positive and that you also feel positive about communicating this material. So, you probably have heard or read the research that when you smile, it actually sends the message to your body to produce those hormones. So it actually makes you happier when you actually put even a fake smile on your face. So there's a number of positive benefits to smiling while you're speaking. So now we get into the nuts and bolts of it. How do you do it? How do you get yourself to authentically smile while you're speaking in order to do all the things that I just talked about in order to get all the benefits? So I'm going to say that there's two approaches you can use. The first is inside out, and the second is, wait for it, outside in. That's right. So we'll start with the inside out approach because that often feels and produces a more authentic experience. And this is the way that most actors work when they're looking to be the smiling character or create more warmth in their character. They're usually going to think about a thought that makes them feel more warm, more caring, more empathetic. And that thought will then trigger an expression on their face that we call smiling, but it's really all about warmth. So the inside out approach is think about something that makes you smile. So with a recent client, it was his son. Thinking about his 7-year-old son made him have this warmth and this inner smile. And he was able to bring that warmth and inner smile to his next board meeting. So you can think about something that makes you feel happy inside, warm, and that can translate. Sometimes it's hard to bring something from your personal life and then connect that to your work life. So I also encourage you to think about something that might feel a little bit like a closer fit to your content. So, for example, you might think about what in what I'm about to say makes me smile. What am I excited to share? What am I curious about? Think about that before you jump into your topic, your content, and that can help you to translate that like inner excitement, that inner curiosity, that inner passion in a more aligned way with your content and with your message. You might notice that great speakers, great actors, performers also might look like they have like a little inner secret, like they're almost telling themselves a joke. And that's another way to manufacture this internal smile is think about like what makes you laugh about this specific situation? Like what brings you a little almost inner giggle or even makes you feel a little bit mischievous. So, thinking about that, a secret that you might have about this situation, something about the situation that makes you laugh, you'll notice, hopefully, on my face that there's a tone to that inner smile that's very alluring that we like to We like to be curious about what somebody else knows that we don't. We all love a good secret. So these are great ways for you to work inside out and develop that inner smile, that habit of an inner smile through thinking specific thoughts. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction and we're going to use the outside in approach, which means that you're not trying to control your mind. You're not trying to imagine certain things. You're not trying to do any of that internal hard mental work. You're just manufacturing it from the outside in by doing a specific body language action, making a certain choice with your body. And so here's what I want you to focus on in order to do that. The first thing I want you to focus on is I want you to focus on activating your eyes. So right now with me, you can think, make my eyes dead, like deaden my eyes. And you can see in my eyes that there's a pull back. There's kind of like a non-expressiveness. There's no desire in my eyes to connect with you, right? But now if I activate my eyes, then all of a sudden it's like I'm reaching towards you with my eye contact. I'm wanting to connect. So do it with me again. Deaden your eyes and then activate your eyes. Good. Deaden your eyes and then activate your eyes. You'll notice that when you activate your eyes, that something else starts to happen on your face, and it usually has to do with your cheekbones. So your cheekbones will start kind of creeping up just a little bit, and there'll be a little tension there, a little kind of, they'll heighten a little bit. And so this is the second area of your face that I want you to focus on, is just activating your cheekbones. So let's try it together. Activate your eyes, activate your cheekbones, and let it all go. Deaden your face, relax your face, relax your eyes. And go ahead and activate your eyes. Activate your cheekbones. So when we activate our cheekbones, we're just bringing a little bit of attention here, a little bit of muscle contraction, right? We're just getting them to pooch out just a little bit, right? And when we do this, when we activate our eyes and we activate our cheekbones, it brings our face into a smile. So we can stop here because this is really the body language of an inner smile. Activated eyes, activated cheekbones. If we were to take this to the next level and you really want to bring a little more expression, a little more of a smile, I might encourage you to show me your teeth while you're speaking. If we activate our eyes, activate our cheekbones, and then you show me your teeth, that's all the components of a smile that like really starts to grow and become bigger. Take it to the final level and you move those eyebrows. Then we're bringing lots of expression, excitement, passion. You know, it's a little bit of a bigger expression than just that inner smile that we were working on previously. So these are the body language steps that you can take in order to smile while you speak. So whether you choose the inside out approach or the outside in approach, I hope that this has been very helpful for you to know what to do in order to smile while you're speaking. When you smile while you're speaking, that those body language choices are actually stimulating you to feel more excited, to feel happier. When you smile while you're speaking, your audience is mirroring you. They will also start to smile, and therefore we're spreading this like good energy. When you smile while you're speaking, you allow yourself to show your teeth, and so you're moving your lips more, so we have more articulation. When you smile while you're speaking, there's a warmth, there's a connection, there's an accessibility, there's a dynamic that you're generating, which ultimately is going to make you more impactful and more influential. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Please let me know in the comments below any thoughts, any experience you had trying these things out. I'm super looking forward to hearing from you. And of course, as always, I so appreciate that you came here today. If you like my channel, please give me a like on this video and please subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Mindset is the thing that's getting in your way. A presentation is simply a conversation, a dance that both of you are participating in.